Welcome back to my channel. My name is Eve, and in this video I want to welcome you all in as star beings, as cosmic beings. So for this month of June 2022, there's a very powerful energy going on. We have a significant numerology, but we also have an unusual planetary lineup that only occurs once approximately every 18 years. The last time we had this lineup was in the year 2004, and it's already begun. Right now, since we started June, there's been 4 of the visible planets in the morning sky rising. As we start here on June 7th, we'll be able to actually see Mercury rising now. It was already rising, but almost too faint for us to catch with the naked eye. So right now we have 5 planets that are going to be visible to the naked eye in the early morning hours, right before sunrise, going through the morning. And 2 of the planets that will be in this lineup are ones we cannot see with our naked eye, and those are Neptune and Uranus. The ones that we can see are Saturn, Mars, Jupiter, Venus, and Mercury. So those are the ones that are going to be visible, and they're going to be rising every morning pretty much throughout the entire month of June, with, as I said, Mercury getting more visible in that morning sky starting on June 7th. And Saturn is going to become particularly visible, and we'll be able to see the rings of Saturn when we get right around the summer solstice, which is June 21st. So around June 20th through the 24th, we're really going to have an opportunity to see Saturn. Okay, so this is going on pretty much the entire month of June. So I wanted to just tell you what the planets are and give you a little bit of the numerology around this. And then I picked 3 of my decks that are bringing in messages from the cosmos, and let's see what messages they are bringing here for us throughout this month of June. So right now, the first planet that will be rising in the morning is Saturn in Aquarius. It will then be followed by Neptune, which you can only see with a telescope, in Pisces. Then we have Mars in Aries. We have Jupiter in Aries, sorry. I'm trying to keep it straight here. Then we have Venus in Taurus, and Mercury just about getting ready to leave Taurus here in a week and enter Gemini. So Mercury will be the last one rising here, and Uranus is right there next to Venus, because Venus right now is moving into a conjunction in the next week, I believe week or 10 days, where it's going to meet up with Uranus, a very significant event. So if you can and you like to wake up really early, get out there and see what you can see. You're going to need you're going to have to go out when it's dark though, as the sun's just starting to rise, so you can start catching the planets. Now, what is the signification of this? It means there's a lineup. All these planets are speaking to us one at a time. It's almost like they're in intimate communication with one another. There's no discord here. There's only resonance. And here we are in the month of June. Every year it's going to be a 6-month. 6 is ruled by the lovers in the Tarot. It's the signs of Gemini, ending at the end of the month with the sign of Cancer. And if you think about the lovers in the Tarot, the ruler is Gemini. So we've got that very strong Geminian energy here. We have Cancer at play as well that's being impacted. And then when we add the universal year, which is 222, that equals a 6. So all of June is a 6-month in a 6 universal year. So we've got that double 6 energy. And then when we add that together, 6 and 6 is 12. So the other sign, very deeply highlighted here throughout the month of June, is going to be Pisces. because the Hanged Man is ruled by Pisces. We can also say the Hanged Man has Jupiterian influence, though, so I would put in there Sagittarius. And think about this. Sagittarius is the 12th month, but Pisces is the 12th sign. So the 4 signs right away that I'm going to ask you to pay attention to, especially if they're your sun sign, your moon sign, rising, or maybe you have Venus, Mars, Jupiter, Saturn there, please do pay attention to this. So the signs I've mentioned are Gemini, Cancer, Pisces, Sag, and we actually have a 5th sign, and that's Virgo. Because in the zodiac, Virgo is the 6th sign. And we've got that 6th energy very prevalent here. So in terms of tarot, the month of June is being colored by the Lovers and the Hanged Man. And there's a beautiful message here, perhaps about sacred unions, divine unions coming into play, people getting married, people getting engaged. There's a lot of fertility energy because in the numerological world, number 6 is the number of harmony. It's the 6-pointed star. It's about abundance, harmony, romance, your dreams being manifested. It's a very beautiful number of harmony, and it rules Gemini and, not Gemini, Libra and Taurus. But then it's Virgo because it's the 6th sign. So we've got all these signs being impacted right now during this month of June. Now, if you don't happen to be any one of those 7 or 8 signs, 7 signs that I mentioned, don't worry about it, because I guarantee you, you have this energy going on somewhere in your chart. Because this is a lineup of all these planets, except, kind of leaving out Pluto and Chiron, that are not in this lineup. Therefore, we're all being positively influenced by these galactic, if you will, or star beams that are coming down to Earth and enveloping the Earth throughout the month of June. And the last 3 days that are very significant this month, and we just had one today when I'm filming this, 666, June 6th. We have the 3 6s all lined up there. And isn't it interesting when you add it together, it's 18, which is the energy of the moon, which rules specifically Pisces and Cancer. But you could bring Scorpio in too, because the moon is lunar, it's the water signs ultimately. Very emotional energy going on these 666 days, where we're meant to access our deeper intuitive body. We're meant to move through the waters of our emotions, but to do so in a very harmonious, peaceful, and balanced way. That's what the 666 is about. And the other 2 days this month where we're going to have that lineup is the 15th of June, because 1 and 5 is a 6, and the 24th of June, because 2 and 4 is a 6. So there's the numerology with the astrology and the tarot. And in the midst of all of this, we have a very powerful full moon. It's a super full moon here. Let me look up the date. I believe it's, June 14th. We have a super full moon in late Sagittarius at 23 Sag in 25 minutes. Very, very close to the central galactic point, which is considered to be somewhere between 23 to 26 degrees Sag. So that's called the galactic center. We're having all this lineup of planets, and then that full moon highlighting the galactic center, and then followed 1 week later by the last quarter moon in late Pisces, which is also highlighting all of this before we go in to the summer solstice on the next day. So we have really some beautiful astrology easily taking us through the 24th up to maybe the 26th, 27th of June. So let's look at what are the messages coming to us from the cosmos. The first deck I'm using is Kyle Gray's Gateway of Light Activation. And so the messages I was asking here and why I pulled this deck out is what gateways of light are being activated by the astrology and the planetary lineup and the significant numerology throughout the month of June. So the first activator I got is the Hathor light codes. Light immersion, full system upgrade, power recall. Hathor is the she's the Egyptian goddess of fertility, motherhood, and abundance. She's often related with the sign of Taurus. And here in this card, she's a representation of the Hathors. And so around her head is the disk of the sun. She is the bringer of light. So there's a very beautiful immersion of light that's being activated here with this lineup of planets. So let me read what it says here for Hathor. This is a light immersion. You are experiencing a full system upgrade. The infinite solar light of the Hathors is surrounding you now. This is a time of great expansion and excitement. You are being filled with unlimited potential. The gifts that were once in darkness are now being brought into the light. The parts of yourself that were once hidden are now being seen. Life is being restored. So there's a restoration here. There's an illumination that's occurring during this whole month of June. If you have been experiencing sluggishness or tiredness, this will now be washed away. Something ancient is awakening within you, and you are starting to really remember at an even deeper level why you are here. And for those that are just recently awakening, you're remembering why you're here altogether. You're remembering the beginning of this pathway. So welcome home to your light. Yeah, that is a beautiful, beautiful message. So we have illumination, immersion, recall, and light codes that are coming in here. The second activation that's occurring for us is the Temple of Truth. It's our throat chakra. It's about authenticity and deep soul self-expression. And in this card, those two pillars are stationed in the earth element. So we've got air, earth, and water here, the three elements. So the earth is about grounding your truth. The water is about letting your heart speak through your throat chakra. You cannot speak your truth if you are not in touch with your emotions. You have to have full emotional authenticity in order to open up your temple of truth and allow the waters to flow. So this is the other activation that is coming in, the Temple of Truth. Your throat chakra is being activated. And the Hathor light codes, what I'm seeing with that one is the sacral and the solar plexus. So let's look at the Temple of Light, the Temple of Truth. This is an inner energetic gateway that supports our truest, deepest forms of expression. This image shows that this is a bright, airy, open space with flowing water. This represents the emotions that run through us. Emotions are powerful messengers, and if we don't attend to what needs to come out or through us, through our emotions, they will build up. And before we know it, we become overwhelmed by them and we cannot speak our truth. So your message here is that when you are being brought to this space, you are being reminded right now of the importance of your identity and your self-expression in this lifetime. You're here to acknowledge who you are, who you have been, and who you are becoming, because this is integral to your path unfolding. See how there's a pathway there. The Temple of Truth, I'm getting a feminine energy completely with Hathor's and the Temple of Truth because of the water, I believe. I feel like you have a river flowing through you, and that river is filled with live water. It is electricity, and you need it to fully flow through. There's an old story that the truth hurts, but this gateway is here to remind you that in fact the truth heals. Your truth is your truth, and it's important for you to honor it with every single facet of your being. This gateway coming to us today is a message that there's something buried very deep inside of us that we have not expressed, and this is perhaps causing energetic blockages on our ever-unfolding path. It is time for us to love ourselves enough to honor the feelings that are rising up. We have to give them a voice, but more than anything, we have to give them our respect. And it doesn't matter what those feelings are, whether they're what we consider more negative feelings, harsher feelings, denser feelings, or lighter feelings. All of our emotions have validity. And in order to speak our truth, we have to honor our emotions and bring them into a place of inner harmony within us so that then our temple of truth can naturally flow. Yeah, there's divine guidance here that's wanting to come through you that is part of bringing you into greater alignment at this time. So the next alignment message or the next awakening that's happening here is star gathering. I love that because that's exactly what this is, right? It's a gathering of stars in a beautiful dance that we are witnessing. We are the witnesses to this star gathering. Stars aligned, remembering home and soul family. So throughout the month of June, we're perhaps going to come into a deeper remembrance or understanding of who our soul family members are. We're going to want to really connect with them. And if we don't know who they are, we're going to seek them out. Let's see if I can't nudge that in there. Star gathering. And we've got so far the solar and the sacral, the yellow-orange. We've got the blue for the throat. We've got the purple, which is really the crown chakra, but can also be the third eye. So these are the chakras we're supposed to be working on right now. Star gathering, it's that feeling of utter connectedness to the stars, where we fall in and out of the dream state and wonder about the meaning of life, the universe, and everything that encompasses. But it's also reminding us that this is our home, because we come from the stars. We weren't just birthed on the earth from the earth. We were born from the stars. And it reminds us that we have star power and star potential. But we are not the only star in this world. For when we switch on our starlight, we attract more star energy and even our own star family. So star gathering is asking you to go out and witness this lineup. Witness even throughout the day, middle of the day, at sunset, in the night, whenever you want to, at any hour of the day, go out and witness the heavens, the cosmos. Connect to it, because this is your home. And that's going to create an alignment within you. The stars have aligned. You have found or are finding the lost pieces of yourself and your energy, and now it is time for you to shine. You are becoming magnetic, attracting the right people, energies, and opportunities that are going to now allow your dreams to unfold. This is a time where wishes can be fulfilled, where all of your dedication, focus, and dreaming is going to pay off. And now you can actually begin to reap the rewards that you have sown. It's important for you to know that this plane of existence is your rightful place, okay? So right now it means the star gathering is saying to connect with your cosmic center, your cosmic beingness. However, don't forget your earthliness as well. That it's time to blend them together, because that is how you're going to become whole while you walk this earth. You cannot deny your humanity, your humanness. And as a human, you cannot deny your cosmicness. You're meant to embody both in their fullness. If you are feeling particularly connected to certain individuals during this month or this time period, it's because you are finding your star family, and they're going to be recognizing you as well. But always remember that as long as you are connected to yourself, you are actually home. And that's true because we come from the cosmos. We were birthed in the cosmos. So what is our very last activation message? The central sun. What did I say? That full moon, supermoon coming in here on the 15th is the galactic center. And our central sun is connected to the galactic center. Abundance, downloads, regeneration, and success. You know, it's really interesting how in all of my last couple of months, literally I think for the last 3 to 4 to 5 months since we started this year, I've been getting, in every time I do a YouTube video or even in Instagram, I keep getting these messages of success and abundance. They're always appearing. And so that's telling us here that there's a theme. And the theme is to have infinite gratitude and to recognize that the universe, the cosmos, is wanting to bless us. But you've got to open your arms to receive it. Right? If you don't open your arms to receive it, or you don't believe it's coming, it doesn't mean it's going to pass you by, but it means it may not manifest at the level of abundance that it could. So we're all going to practice here opening our arms to abundance. This is a time to regenerate tiredness and old energy, for it to be washed away. So we're getting that message twice here, right? That these old energies, these old patterns are being washed away. And already here we have 2 beautiful activations. The Hathors and the central sun are activating the sunlight energy. So illumination, light codes are coming in, and they are raising us up here. You're being washed away of the old. Old skins are peeling off to reveal a sacred and more aligned you. So this is a very, very exciting time for us right now, where new ideas, opportunities, and experiences can come in very, very easily. Now, the central sun is a vital energetic vortex in our physical realm. And on a spiritual level, it is a portal of divine light that we connect with through the inner universe. Our central sun is therefore a spiritual gateway, representing the center of the multiverse, a sacred energetic portal that irradiates infinite, and let me say that again, infinite inspirational light. So the activation from the central sun here is it's activating your full creative zone. It's inspiring your intuition to increase. It's inspiring your light codes to increase. For absolute clarity to come in, you have the temple of truth. You're finding your deeper inner voice. You're speaking out. You're standing in your authenticity. And what I'm really getting here is you're discovering your superpowers. I love it. So now let's go to the Starseed Oracle. So now we know what the light activations are, or the gateways of light that are happening here. But what are the messages coming through these gateways? What is it we are meant to fully embody and focus on right now? Or what are these superpowers that I just mentioned? Well, the first one we have is the Star Keeper. Cosmic ancestor, seed the light by staying grounded. I'm going to put that in front of Hathor because, or actually I'm going to put it in front of the Temple of Truth because I like that blending of the blue and the violet. So let's read the Star Keepers. You're an ancient keeper of the stars, here to anchor and seed your light in your own individual, unique way. The more grounded you remain during this transitional period that we're in throughout the month of June, the more helpful you're going to be in the world. So the counsel from the Star Keeper is really build your groundedness. Find your inner center, your inner core of peace, and connect to it daily. The more you tend to the flames of your own heart, the more love that you will anchor onto this planet. So they're telling you to become as grounded as you can, but to also become centered in the flames of your heart. Because as you do the groundedness and the heart-centeredness, the more love, very key information here, the more love that you are going to anchor onto this planet. Because the wisdom of the stars is imprinted in your soul. The more soul fragments you call home, the more wisdom is going to be seated here. So the Star Keepers are divine guides here, helping you right now in this planetary alignment, along with the Hathors and the central sun. They're helping you get grounded, fan the flames of your heart, because that is activating your soul mission. And the soul mission of every light being on this earth, in fact, of every being on this earth, is the ascension of this earth. So we're all being activated right now. You may be called at this time to be in different places on the earth because you're being called to go places where your guides want you to anchor this light. Perhaps you're going to take a trip. You're going to move to a new living location. You could also be experiencing certain awakening symptoms. The more grounded you remain, however, the more stable the Earth's energy will become. So you are key here. Essentially what the Star Keepers are saying is you are a lightning rod, and you're bringing in lightning. And your lightning is your superpowers. And you're grounding it into the earth to create a stable grid around this earth for the ascension. That is exactly what that message is. You are here for a double mission, to grow as an individual, but also as a part of a larger collective that is bringing about a shift in frequency on the planet. So this is your mantra. I acknowledge that I'm a star keeper. I choose to anchor my light and stay as grounded as possible. That is a beautiful message. The other message we have here is the child of the cosmos. The intelligence of the universe lies within you. So that follows that, right? Because when you activate the Star Keeper within you, you also then realize that you are a child of the cosmos, that all intelligence in the cosmos, you have the ability to tap into. But you first have to get grounded and centered within your own heart, which is your own central sun. And from that, your truth will flow, and you will be able to access whatever knowledge and information you need. You're being called right now to remember the intelligence that lies within each and every one of your cells, to remember that you are a precious child of a very loving, gentle universe, that you have access to all of the intelligence, wisdom, strength, flow, and qualities that ever were, are, or will be. And to remember that if flowers know exactly when and how to bloom, then so do you. So this is what you're being asked to inquire of yourself. How can I surrender more deeply to the intelligent flow of life? So through your groundedness and your heart-centeredness, you're now being shown how to surrender. Because life and love is meant to flow through you. You cannot become a dam to that flow, right? You've got to surrender to the flow. And our third message here is you got the love. These are the Hadarians, the Hadarian energy. So one of the things we're learning right here to work with is codependency issues and boundaries. So you're going to become very attuned to where in your life you need to surrender, you need to get grounded and heart-centered, and where you may need stronger boundaries because you have perhaps some codependency. But understand you are that person because you have within you deep, unconditional love. Unconditional love lies within you. The Hadarians are believed to be the beacons of pure, divine, unconditional love, who see love in all people and all situations. As a result of that, though, they can find it hard to have boundaries, to be interdependent, so healthy relationships on an earthly or denser plane can become challenging for the Hadarian energy. So they're here to learn, or you are here to learn, how to love while you are in a physical body, which means there's a form of separation there. To learn to love self first, and then establish healthy relationships with others. So you have the love, or you got the love. The Hadarians are telling you, you've got to put self-love at the forefront here. To remember that the love that you seek is already within you. That you truly have this love all on your very own. You do not need to get that love from another single human being. Because the Hadarians really, they're all connected. They're connected through the matrix of unconditional love. So right now, you're never alone. But in a human form, you have to be independent because you're here to learn what it means to be independent, how to create your own reality. So here's the question they're asking of us, to look and see if you're in a codependent relationship where you feel like you're losing your sense of self. It's common for starseeds to dive deep into relationships, particularly with those who feel safe and familiar at a soul level. But you are being asked to create interdependence, not dependence here. This card is a sign that you need to do a relationship review and see what energetic agreements that you've made, whether they're conscious ones or unconscious ones. To acknowledge if there are relationships in which you feel anxious or powerless, in which you do not feel like it's safe to relax and just be you. To assess if there are any places of inadequacy where you perhaps have used a relationship to soothe yourself and to cover up. So the inquiry you're being asked to look at here is, do you lose yourself in relationships? And if so, how? That's what you're being asked to look at. And then the next question is, from that, how can I then develop a deeper love for myself where I will have strong boundaries and honor the independence of every other human being around me while I'm honoring my own independence? And then you can have healthy, loving, mutually supportive, but not codependent relationships. And here's the key with this. If you're losing your sense of self, then there's something wrong with the relationships you're in. Okay? It could be that the relationships you're in, they're codependent too. So you're all pulling on each other and you're all losing some part of yourselves. Never make another person your problem. You need to take a really good look at yourself. If you are losing yourself to someone else, it means you're giving yourself to them. You're not staying you're not staying grounded and centered in your own being. Therefore, these beautiful beings are asking you to come home to yourself. That's the real message here. The Hadarians are asking you to come home to you. So let's look at the very last message here. This is one of my very favorite ones. You are not for everyone. Embrace your weirdness. Face your true north. We've got Jupiter there and the rings of Jupiter. Jupiter, Pisces and Sag. So this might be a message for some of you out there who are either Piscean or Sages. You've got strong Piscean or Sag energy, or you've got a very big Jupiter in your chart. Jupiter rules your chart. Maybe it's at the top of your chart. So that's a very powerful message. That's one of my favorite cards. You're not for everyone, and that's absolutely okay. Talk to the people who can actually hear you. Do not waste your time on those that can't. Sharing your path with someone is a sacred gift. Do not cheapen that by rolling yours in the wrong direction. Keep facing your true north. So with this Starseed message, we're being asked to not take things personally, right? Because that means not everyone's going to like us. We're not going to be everyone's cup of tea. And we may be very few people's cup of tea or flavor of ice cream. Don't take the world personally. It's not about you, right? That's a very strong message here that we're being guided to work on. You're being called to embrace your uniqueness now and to own your own weirdness, to let the world see who you really are, to reveal your multifaceted, multidimensional nature, not to dim your light according to who is in your presence. Now that is a very important statement. I'm going to read it again. Not to dim your light according to who is in your presence. That would be the people pleaser, right? To instead own all parts of yourself so that your people, the ones who are the same kind of weird as you, will recognize you when your paths cross. So that's right under star gathering, isn't it? You're finding your soul family here. So let me go to the last messages here from the Star Temple Oracle card. I wanted to see what the Pleiadians wanted to say here, because we've had the 4 cards in the beginning are the light, the gateways of light activations that are coming in this month of June. And then the Starseed Oracle are the messages for us, the things that we need to work on here. And we have groundedness, being heart-centered, coming into our own superpower here, knowing that we're clairvoyant, claircognizance. We can tap into the cosmic mind and heart at any time, and that we need to surrender to it and not fight the flow. And then you got the love. It's about working with boundaries, codependence, and where you're not doing self-love and self-respect. And finally, recognizing that you are a unique spark of life in this cosmos. Yeah, you're a part of the cosmic soup, but you are a unique part of that soup. And you have a spark. Find your soul family, those that vibrate and resonate with that beautiful spark. And so the divine, beautiful Pleiadian goddesses that are working with us at this time are Alcyone. She is the cosmic enchantress. She's telling us that we have great powers of manifestation right now. Call on her to help you with your wishcraft. I attract a steady flow of abundance. She's about magic. She's about manifestation. She's about abundance. Alcyone, and I love it. She's number 7. I think, is she number 7? Yes. She rules the sacral chakra. She is the brightest star in the Pleiadian world, and she is called the Empress. So call on Alcyone as the Empress, and she's guiding you here to work with your sacral chakra, which we got a lot of up here already, right? And the sacral chakra is our place where we want to have balance, harmony, where creativity lives, where fertility lives, where we want true love. She's here to uplift us. She's here to guide you into your unique brand of magic and how to use that to manifest miracles in your life. She's here to remind you that you are a powerful conjurer, harnessing everything you need to attract a steady flow of abundance to you. Loving intention is what will draw love towards you. So take a leap of trust here, and you will be supported and rewarded. This card indicates that it is a very powerful time of manifesting for you. And this beautiful goddess, Alcyone, or sister, is reassuring you that anything is possible right now when you have strong intent, strong focus, and faith in action. So she is the manifester. Go manifest. The second goddess is the awakener. Ooh, I love it. Well, what are you manifesting? You're awakening. She is Electra, and her answer is rise. Out of the ashes I rise like the golden sun. Well, we have the sun message 3 times here. This is about solar energy, and the solar energy comes from our heart center, because that's at the core of our being. We're being asked to activate our own solar energy. And our heart center goes straight through our crown chakra and up to our higher chakras, where literally that disk of the sun lies. So that would be our 9th chakra, by the way. So this is Electra. She is the solar plexus. So we're being called to work on our self-empowerment, because the solar plexus is about our sovereignty, our self-empowerment, finding our joy, our clarity, and our illumination. Because yellow is about illumination, but yellow is also about resurrection, and she is the awakener. She's activating great spiritual growth and balance right now in your life. So let's look at her as the awakener. She's appearing to you, to those of us who are right now on a slippery slope of self-sabotage. So let me read this from the beginning. Her star words are spiral, awaken, and soar. She's appearing to us right now, or to those of us who find that we may have been on some kind of slippery slope of self-sabotage, but we're awakening from this. So her message is not to worry here, because she's coming in as the great awakener right now. And so for those of you that are finding yourself lost or falling back into self-sabotaging patterns, because we all have them, call on Electra as the awakener to come in and help you. She's rising, helping you rise out of the ashes to soar into the stars and to ascend like the golden sun. The University of Life has taught you a lot. You may have even hit rock bottom, but your soul's growth has been accelerated due to these hard-hitting knocks and to you hitting rock bottom, to all of the tough life lessons that you have experienced is why you're awakening. So do not look down at those rock bottoms. Do not look down at those slippery slopes and those moments where you thought your life was over. You could not go one step further because what didn't kill you made you stronger. And she's saying that this was critical for your awakening, for your ability to soar and to rise like the phoenix and to become the golden sun. So surrender any regret with self-compassion and know that you are back on your higher, happier, and golden pathway, stronger and wiser. You will soldier on with great confidence. I love that message. So let's complete with the last two beautiful Pleiadian star sisters. And we have Tegeta, the triple star grid, and her messages align. I connect and align with my higher consciousness. She's a binary star in the Pleiades. She's therefore one of the goddesses that has something to do with the twin flame and the sacred counterpart journey. So you may want to call on Tegeta. She is bringing in the triple star grid. So it's like the Trinity, really. Okay? And the message she's bringing for us is we're aligning. But we first had to do the wishcraft, right? To then go through the awakening, to align, to bring in this triple star grid. And Tegeta rules the throat chakra. So this has to do with knowledge, with wisdom. Your spiritual growth is being accelerated at this time so that you can accomplish your highest purpose on this earth. Your stars are indeed aligning, and you are being encouraged to balance your chakras right now for clear, intuitive reception because you are becoming claircognizance. Okay? Claircognizance, clear psychic knowing is wanting to come through you. The higher streams of consciousness are awaiting you now. You have the power to intentionally link into the electromagnetic halo of our sacred planet for clear cognitive messages. So what Tegeta is saying through the triple star grid is the light body that encompasses the earth. And it's the matrix around this earth, the higher light field, if you will, or higher force field. And through this alignment, you are aligning with this force field around the earth right now. That means you can tap in to every single living being on this planet. You can have an impact. You can do light work. You can do prayer work that is going to raise the vibration of this planet. But to do so, she needs you to be of a clear mind. And she's going to help accelerate your purpose, accelerate your cells, literally, so that you can access these higher streams of consciousness. But she's telling you right now that you've got to balance your chakras, okay? Because you need to have a balanced body to have a better receptacle or a better receiver. It is your destiny right now to be of service to the greater collective. That is a beautiful, beautiful message. And we're going up the chakras here, right? So the last one is Merope, the diamond star. I didn't pull them in this order, but I felt very guided to line them up this way. Destiny. I focus on service and I follow my higher purpose. The diamond star, it rules the crown chakra. She's the white light and the purple, but also the rose of unconditional love. Destiny, the diamond star. So isn't it interesting, as we're manifesting and using our wishes and having gratitude, we're further awakening and we're entering the matrix force field, the higher light force field around the earth. We're connecting into it, and then we're fully manifesting our destiny through the diamond star. Wow. The diamond star sustains commitment, devotion, love, and abundance. So it has everything. You are destined for love. You are destined for abundance. You are destined for commitment. But to get there, you must commit to this journey, right? And you must be devoted to it. So she's here to provide a clear link through the diamond star between the crown chakra and the divine. So the crown chakra is connecting to the diamond star, which is a higher level chakra above your head. And thus, in this connection, you are going to heighten your claircognizance. The diamond star cleanses your aura of anything that is concealing your own inner light. So this diamond star, think of a diamond. There is nothing that a diamond can conceal, right? It is clear, completely clear and pure. That is what we're being offered here. That is your destiny. Absolute clarity, purity of purpose, to come into this world and to now be devoted to your mission, devoted to self-love, and devoted to the love for everyone and the love of this planet. Merope supports you to unveil your soul's aspirations and to further magnify your spiritual awareness. She's helping your soul to shine out into the world. So all of these cards through this planetary lineup are telling us pretty much the same thing, right? There's a level of consciousness that is rising, and it's rising quickly. And we're being guided here to call in these beings of light. We can call in the central sun, we can call in the Hathors, we can call in the Star Keepers, which actually we are, okay? You can call in the Hadrarians, and then any one of the Pleiadian goddesses to help you on your journey. But I'm not seeing obstacles here. I'm just seeing your willingness to be on this journey. The words are surrender, devotion, commitment. Don't take things personally. Seek out your own soul tribe. And don't worry that you're weird, that you're different. Embody your uniqueness. Seek out those who are like you. But remember, you are always unconditional love, because that's what the Hadrians are telling you. You embody unconditional love, but in a physical form, you are meant to manifest your individuality. And if you want to create truly sacred cosmic relationships on this earth, which is what I teach, that is my pathway, then you have to release all forms of codependency to the level that you are able to do that. I'm not sure that we can release every form. I don't know that that's possible, but maybe it is. Okay? It's a learning journey. So release the codependencies, continuously work on your boundaries, what a healthy boundary for you is, and remember that self-love, loving your cosmic self and your human self as one unit of wholeness, is the key that unlocks the doorway to your destiny. Alrighty, I love you all. I want you to know that the messages here today are really beyond all time and dimensions, because they are eternal messages. This is what I believe we're going into. You can come back and listen to this video years down the line, and I feel that it will speak to you. But please, use the mantras I brought in here. Call on these beautiful beings to be your helpers on this beautiful, beautiful journey. And stay tuned, because I'm going to do something new on my YouTube channel, where I'm going to start doing messages from Venus in terms of love, and how to use Venus in whatever sign she's in the sign she's in now is Taurus, so I'll probably do this within the next week or so. Well, I'm going to look at how to be in the Venus energy through Taurus, and how Venus in Taurus wants to express and embody love, but also abundance, because Venus represents abundance, creativity, beauty, and love. And so I'm really going to be doing a series here every month, once a month with Venus, and how to further work with her energy. So stay tuned for that. Sending you all so much love.